So today I want to speak. Today I want to speak about the real side of running a business and being an entrepreneur in young ages. Look, I've made over six figures online, and it honestly doesn't matter. I've been in this space for 3 years, and look, there's more than enough people flexing on you. And to be honest, this video I just want to show you the truth. Right? Most of you will get bored and you're just gonna click it off. But for those who listen, you might actually get a bit of a more actual and real perspective of what it is. So you also know what to expect, meaning if you know you're going to suffer, the suffering will be so less, right? Because you already know you can expect it, right? It's when you don't expect it by being left by your girlfriend, then it hurts you the most. But if you know it coming, it doesn't hurt you as much, right? So why am I making this video now? And honestly, I don't even know why I'm making this channel, but I think I'm making this channel because looking back when I'm 27 and 30, and they're just people asking me like, Leo, how did you make it? How did you make it? I'm like, just go watch my first YouTube videos, right? Because that's the things I'm doing right now that will lead to who I will become, right? So that's why if you just want to be on a similar journey, right, and you just want to take my perspective as at the same time as yours, right, and just learn and just those 10 minutes share them with me on a regular basis so we can grow, and you just see the progress that I make, and you take the lessons that I learn in the years of business and the years of struggles. Well, it can help you, right, and I hope it can also inspire you, right? So that's the reason why I'm doing this channel. Now, let's speak finally about the truth side and why did I decide to record this video now. Now, I'm going to be honest. Like I said, I've made over six figures online, which is pretty decent. But unfortunately, there's a whole different side to it, which most people don't see, which is the part that we live in a culture right now, and I want to explain this. You have Andrew Tate, right, which is, and a lot of other people, right, on IG you see it like if you have a motivation for you page, right, and you're into self-improvement, you see this work hard, 10 hours a day, 10 hours a day, just work, right? And then you have the other side of Andrew Tate, which is basically getting laid with every single woman that basically, you know that I'm not going to say too much because I don't want this video to be taken down by YouTube, but you know what he does, and how he built his business, and then just flexing on you with 62 cars. And like, is that really the goal of it? Like, do you all want to become like him just to have to prove to a few people on the internet that I'm against the metrics, I'm the cool guy? I don't know. And to be honest, unfortunately, I have gone through that. I've put in so much sweat and effort in the last 3 years. And not saying that I'm not grateful for everything I've learned, and I honestly think I've learned so much. And that's the things I want to share with you, right? The things I learned. And that's also a thing I learned, right? Which is that we tend to rush. And to give you an example of what has been the last 6 months, which is basically we say, well, we have this goal, we have to hit this now. Now the same thing, right? We have a contest we want to win in 5 days. So now it's 10 hours a day, 10 hours a day is working. And we're constantly rushing, meaning we never get to the point of building great things, lasting things, things we enjoy. And I think that's a real problem is when I look at my friends who are also in that self-improvement journey or building business entrepreneurial journey, is none of them actually enjoy what the fuck they do. They do it, including myself, because we know we do it for our future. But we actually never enjoy and live the journey, right? So not what I'm saying is don't be lazy, but today, I see it a little bit different. And I don't necessarily say that the hustle culture is bad, because I need to learn those hard work ethics. But to be honest, today, truth is, I can't sit on the beach for an hour and just turn off my brain. I just can't. And it makes life so miserable because I can't even understand 9 to 5 people, because the issue, my brain just doesn't work that way anymore. Like, I'm sitting on the beach and I'm thinking about acquisition, outreach here and there, and trying to sign clients all the time. And truth is, that's not what I want, And I want to build, but something over the long run. And that's something that pisses me off as well. When I look, and that's exactly what I'm saying, because when you look at the people upwards of you, right? People flexing on you with 18, being in Dubai, and having made life and making 60K per month. Of course, you think you can do it. And I was just watching this one reel about Grant Cardone. To achieve it, it costs, but to dream of it, it's free. It's actually not. And so, sorry, Grant Cardone, but if you actually would watch this, maybe you could change perspective, but I don't think you're gonna watch it. Which is, we are slaves to our own desires. We are either slaves to money, we are slave to religion, slave to an employee, or which we all are, slave to our own desires, right? And so when you say, well, it doesn't cost to dream, I don't necessarily say that it's not possible, right? I have my dream, I have a vision of what I want to become. But some of the things we want, we don't even know why we want them. Just because other people want them. I hope you get the point. We want things because other people have those things. When you really truly think about it, why do you want to make money online? Well, in my case, it's so I'd never have to worry about being financially depending on a company. I don't want to have to listen to anyone. And most importantly, have the financial security and stability to raise a family and to never have to worry about money. Now, what is this all about if I'm just working 10 hours a day and, to be fair, never enjoying life or never living life? I'm not speaking enjoying and just sitting on the beach. I'm speaking of living life, right? And I know you have to sacrifice a few years, but truth is, the way we operate right now and the way we have been programmed by gurus is that you gotta work 10 hours a day, which I have been doing for 3 years, and I can tell you, not that I'm completely burned out, but it's so short-sighted. Like, think of it. Are the things you're doing right now, working 10 hours a day, can you do it for 10 years straight? I don't know what is going on in the streets, so I apologize. Can you do the thing you're doing right now for 10 years straight? And if the answer is no, you're definitely doing something wrong, right? Because, yes, you gotta sacrifice a few years, but it takes just so much longer than you think. And so what happens is your expectation gets disappointed and then you give up. And then you come to a point which I am like today, which isn't like, well, is this fucking even worth it? And I'm gonna keep going anyway. But what I'm reflecting on is, where's the balance between hard work and really knowing what you want? Because truly, today I'm not doing what I want, right? So just sitting there 10 hours working, I'm not doing what I want. And I don't think that, yes, you sacrifice so later you get the thing you want, right? But why would you change? And that's the exact problem. I've been programmed to think that way. Meaning it's so hard for me to change it. It's so hard for me to just spend 3 hours a day just doing other things, just enjoying myself with friends. I can't, because I'm just so programmed to fucking work, and I feel ashamed of myself, and I feel bad if I don't do the work. And I don't know if you can relate to this, and even if you're not watching this, like if you're watching this, I don't know if you can relate to this. So the thing I've learned over the last 6 months, after being a really, really tough business time, the last 6 months, is I shouldn't rush it. Because you're going to have ups and you're going to have lows. And in those lows, if you're not prepared for things to get tough, you will get crushed. And so I realized that my risk management, you need to have it. And so what I'm saying is, yes, it's very good that you listen to those gurus like Andrew Tate, like work hard, whoever, Luke Baumark, and whoever the hell you're listening to. But on the other side, you also have to think long term. I'm not saying to limit yourself, but you have to think of really what you truly want. Do you truly want to work 10 hours a day? Do you want to work 20 hours a day? Be on 7 coffees and nicotine like Andrew Tate just to buy a $44 million penthouse in Dubai? Do you really want that? I don't. I don't need 10 houses, I don't need 24 cars and whatever. Right? I want to build, I want to lead, and I want to inspire. That's what I do. I want to build a $1 billion enterprise. that actually benefits humanity. That's what I want to do. But it's going to be a long-term vision. And so, yeah, to be honest, I just wanted to share you and a little bit brain dump the thoughts that I have. And honestly, if you want to have more of videos about specific things, you know, I run multiple online businesses, two to be honest. Then just share in comments what your thoughts are and what you think about it. But yeah, I just think about doing some of those videos regularly, maybe once a week. And just sometimes it's going to be more of lessons that I learned and that I just want to give to you. And sometimes it's more going to be like the perception I have of reality. Because in truth is, the way you view reality and the way I view reality might be very different. So we might see the problem very different ways. Like I was saying, the way that Andrew Tate presented to be is not the actual way you want it to be. So if I could take you and ask you to reflect on one point, which would be, what do you actually want? What do you want 10 years from now? And think that today you are programming yourself to become the person in 10 years. Right? So what habits do you want to have 10 years from now? Right? So I'm just saying, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next one.